On our farm in Chilliwack. This is my brother Timothy.
Hi.
We've got chickens and turkeys in the background. They're happy. It's a beautiful day here. It's January 1st, 2024. And we are celebrating 100 years of biodynamics in 2024. In 1924, Rudolf Steiner gave his first biodynamic agriculture lectures. And we are amplifying biodynamics all year long. We'll be doing 100 interviews and combined with lives about biodynamics so that we can all learn from each other and learn from our elders and learn from our youth and farmers and researchers and practitioners of biodynamics so we can spread the word about working with nature in a regenerative, holistic, and really sacred way of farming and working with the earth, growing food. So today we are making some, pardon me, today we are making Biodynamic Preparation 500. Now typically this preparation is made in the fall. However, it's been a really mild winter here and we found some cow horns that hadn't been used yet, and we thought, why not make some BD 500 today and go live with it so that we can share it with our audience here on YouTube and people can learn that a lot of farming and gardening and growing food and actually living is just about learning. And so we are here. We've dug the hole over in, let's see, can you see? Yeah, right there, right over there. We dug the hole back there, and we have some cow manure here. We have some cows, just a couple cows here, and one of them we've been milking. And ideally you want to use cow manure from a lactating cow. And if you can't get that, it's still okay to use whatever you have. And that's part of the purpose of this video too, of making BD 500 on the 1st of January in what we would call the middle of the winter here in Chilliwack BC is it's not necessarily about getting everything right in life or in farming. It's about learning and experimenting and seeing what really works for you and your farm. And so that's part of what we're doing today, is we're learning. So we have some manure here, some cow poo, and I'm gonna just see how to turn this camera around for you. There's Timothy, woohoo! And here's our cow manure. And you know what I love about this cow manure here is it actually has a heart. And you know, I'm all about heart and soil. And so when we found this cow patty today with a heart-shaped leaf on it, I took it as a sign that I knew for sure that we were supposed to be doing this today. I love that somebody's joined us. Feel free. I don't know if I can see you making any comments because I'm on my phone, but if you have any questions or have any comments, you can pop them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them later. So we're going to fill these cow horns up with the manure and then we're going to bury them. So Timothy, do you want to help me? I wonder, I didn't plan to where I'm going to put this camera. Yeah. Let's see, I had a little tool that I was going to use. Where is it? Here. Oh, here it is. Huh. I have this little stick here, which I thought would work really well. So I'm going to take the leaf off. You don't want to you just want to put cow manure in your horns. You don't want to put a whole bunch of other things. And you also want to use female cow horns. Not male cow horns. And you want the poo to be like, you don't want it to be super runny, but you don't want it to be super thick. So this is pretty darn good cow poo. So we're going to fill these horns up. And we also want to make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. So I'm going to use this stick, which just fell from the sky, and stuff it down in there. We want it all the way down into the cow horn. And what's really cool is we're going to bury this, and then it's going to ferment in the ground after it's been buried, and it's going to turn into this beautiful wonderful microbial rich inoculation that we then mix with rainwater or spring water, and we put that, and then we spray that on the land. It's called BD 500. So I'm using the stick because I don't want to have air pockets in here. I really want to get it as packed in there as I can. Yeah. Tapping it helps get out air holes too. It helps compact it. There we go. I think that is one. And then you also want to seal it. You want to seal it with like soil or clay. So I'm just going to seal it with soil. No, that's not good. There we go.
Go to a new pile. Let's go to a new pile.
Let's go to a new pile, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Here, this is not a good one. And you know, I'm just going to use my hands because I think that's kind of easier. I mean, it might gross you out, but it's actually, there's actually scientific papers. You can research it online if you dare to research anything online in today's world. There's actually scientific papers and practices that go back 5,000 years or more about people using cow dung and urine actually for different inoculations and health practices. Now, I'm not saying go do that. I'm just saying that it's been done and used in India, actually, whoops. All right. There we go. And I need to seal this one off. You know what, I need better soil to do this. Here we go.
We can get some from the hole too.
Oh yeah, we'll just get it from the hole. It's a good idea. Where's another one? There we go. So like I said, when you're choosing their cow patties, you don't want them super liquid because cow patties can be really liquid where you pick them up and they just kind of run through your hands. Well, you probably don't usually pick up cow patties, but you'll know a runny cow patty when you see it. And then there's cow patties which can be really, really dried out, and you don't want to use those ones either. You want it to just be kind of like a consistency that is kind of like between pancake batter. I read this somewhere, between pancake batter and bread dough, and I thought that was a really good description. So there's this one. Okay, and so not everyone can get horn manure or horns, and there are some practitioners of biodynamics who would say only use a female horn and only use a cow horn. And one of the things I really like to hold space for and encourage people to do, and I think we're learning more and more about this, to also use what you have and to give yourself some grace and to do the best that you can. So this is actually a sheep horn. So we're going to experiment and we're going to use a sheep horn here too. And I also need another cow pad. Okay, nice. Perfect. So this sheep horn is a little bit different to fill up because it is skinny. It's really skinny, and I just need. There we go. So this one is going to be a little bit. I actually don't know how I'm going to fill it up all the way to the end because of its shape, but I'm going to fill it up and use it anyways just to see how that goes. There we go. All right. So we have our four horns filled with manure, and now we're going to go and bury them. So Timothy and I found a really nice spot on the farm to dig a hole, and it's about, some say to dig it like 18 inches deep, and some say 2.5 to 5 feet deep, and we have decided to make it like about 2 feet deep. Wah! About 2 feet deep. And it's beautiful soil. You want to bury your cow horns in nice soil because it said that the cow horns will take on the property of the soil. So this is what we're burying the cow horns in. I'm gonna seal them off. There we go. Okay. And now we're going to bury them. Timothy, can you come and get a shot down here? So we are going to, I wanted to, the hole's not quite big enough. Or I wanted to do the 4 directions, but
We can adjust the hole if you want.
let's see. 1, 2. This is good. This is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. You know, I have seen lots of really cool patterns of the way people bury the horns. One of the ways that I learned was to notice which way if you have cows on your land, is to notice which way the cows tend to face, and then to put the tips of the horns towards, I think it's towards that way, because it pulls the energy into the horns. Because here's the cool thing about BD500 is BD500 is an inoculant. It's a preparation that helps with the energy that is coming from the earth. So it really helps with drawing the roots down into the earth. It helps vitalize and energize your plant's roots. And and so the burying of the horns isn't just, turning this manure into a microbial inoculant or preparation. It's, in the physical form, is also the energetic transformation that happens with the horns buried in the soil. So I'm wondering if I want to go tips tips are ends. I think this is one that wants ends. So I asked these horns how they wanted to be buried, and I just asked them when I was moving them around, and this is the way they want to be buried. So this is what we're going to do. This is the formation, and I think that's one of my favorite parts of biodynamics, is that it's really tuning into the land that you're working with. It's tuning into the animals that you're working with. It's tuning into the nature that's all around you, and listening to what it's asking of you and asking of us. And it's really, I guess, tuning into the magic. Just tuning into the magic of what is. And so when I say that I asked the horns how they wanted to be buried, I didn't hear them go, "Oh, Natalie, bury me like this." It was more of it just felt right when I put them in different positions. When I put them in this formation, do you want to show them this formation? It was a resounding yes. Like I could feel it. I could feel the strength in that formation for this land and for these horns. And that's where the magic lies. It's like we can go externally for how to build healthy soil, and we can do all the courses, and we can study with all the gurus, and we can listen to all the speakers. We can have all the mentors in the world, which we can learn from and glean from. And at the same time, it's taking that information and tuning into your own resourcefulness and trusting the decisions that you know you need to make for not just the soil that you're stewarding, and the animals that you're stewarding, but also for yourself and for the decisions that you are making on a daily basis for your own personal health and well-being, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So we're gonna cover up these horns, and then we'll be done. And we're gonna mark them too. Here. I wonder if I think I'm gonna break it. Actually, before pulling all the soil on, I'm gonna gently put the first layer on. So another thing to note, when you're burying your horns, you don't want a lot of clay in the soil if possible. And I also learned that you don't actually want a lot of earthworms in the soil that you're burying the horns in. There we go. And we need to mark it. What are we gonna mark it with? There.
We're gonna mark it with rocks. Wait. Heart-shaped rock, because why not? And I'm gonna pick a few rocks here. Five. Okay. I'm going to put the heart-shaped rock in the center. North, south, west, and east. So, we'll just made a little medicine wheel, miniature medicine wheel there to go along with the horns. So there you have it. Drop your questions in the comments below. Hi! Drop your questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And watch for 100 interviews and conversations about biodynamics as we grow together and learn together in 2024, celebrating 100 years of biodynamics. Big love. You make yourself an amazing day.
Bye.
Thanks for your help, Timothy. Appreciate you. Love you. All right.